We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss. But no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week. So he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. Here's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Bird to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Cut. 180. 59. I got you, Pop.
3rd and 2. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Look, 20. Check, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
There we go. 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. 58, right there.
Throwing. Prescott. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch twist. We're going to 54, 1-8. We're going to 47, 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double dog. That's the way.
Gone. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, you think about the 2 quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. And, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 and that eventual loss to the Patriots.
Crotch, recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That's got to be a long day.
Play action now. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth 1st half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
We go tonight. 180.
Walk 54.
Hey, shell.
Out of the gun, Goff. escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense? Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a second and long. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for defensive player of the year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Prescott from the gun on third. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The defense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's easy one. It's coming again.
On the deep ball. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before break here. Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Rams.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Los Angeles.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Oh, and now some space to operate. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 43 yards on the ground. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
120.
59. Time to go night night.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Colby Listenby. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's in. Inside the 30. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Shoves him aside. Fights through, and now a crease. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him. Feet were moving. The legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is gone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Break it up. 180.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Check. We're going to 54.
Now Elliott. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go. At their own 37-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
58, come on. Check.
26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Prescott now. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Goff now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Jump, 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 jump.
Here we go, 46. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott lets it fly deep for Cobb. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Smallwood. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 36.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Rams first down.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm scared.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.